I mean, I can't be mad. I'm not going to be mad. Actually, I could be mad, but I choose not to. Because I do overall like how we played. I know that might sound crazy, but I'm proud of our team. And I'm going to tell you why. Since 2016, we have never put up an okay performance against Georgia. Never somewhat okay. Like, it was never close at all in the fourth quarter in any of those games. First time since then we have a close win against Georgia. And it's at their place in a blackout night for the fans. Everyone wearing all black. Tough environment. One of the toughest in the entire country, let alone just in general for a significance of the game is up there. And it's like peak for peak. And we went in, we fought to the end, and things didn't go our way. Some of it was because of our own, most of it was because of our own fault. Other stuff we can discuss a little bit later on. If you think you're going to see a Tennessee fan yell and complain about everything that happened throughout the day, you're probably not going to get that. If you want to see a fan discuss about how the refs might have not gotten their favor, you'd probably get some of that. And if you want a fan that just wear glasses for the first time in a video that's not related to politics, then yeah, I'm here. Oh, my head hurts and this helps my eyes. So yeah, anyways, the game came down, I think, 5 plays that did not go our way. And it was our fault, and I would say. Number 1, James Pierce jumping off sides in the first quarter led to that big play, led on them getting a touchdown. That's the first one. Second of all, Arian Smith, fumble. We couldn't pounce on it. He pounced back on it. They end up scoring later on. That's the second one. Third one. Number 3. I think, what was the third one? I just had it in my mind. Oh, yeah. This might be out of order. It actually 100% is out of order, but I'm going to give all 3 plays out. Lance Hurd, false start. Horrific false start on a 4th and 6. In a situation you're already past midfield. You don't have to do anything crazy. Nico's been accurate this entire night, which has been great to see him improve. So, like, let's just get it going. And it wasn't like they forced him to jump off sides or anything. It wasn't anything like that. It just happened. Like, he just false started for no reason, and I don't know why. And then, oh yeah, the other one relates to the refs a bit. I thought there was a catch and fumble at one point by the tight end. The tight ends killed us. They made it look like a bunch of mini Brock Bowers running around. But the guy catches it. Let me get a ball. Here we go. So he catches it, right? He goes here, has it, tucks it in enough to turn this way, turn that way, and Will Brooks pops it free. Pops it free. They call it an incompletion. And they don't even review it. The guy had the ball in his hand. Like, it was tucked in. It was tucked. If you can go here, 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 turn, and then it pops out, that's a catch and fumble, in my opinion. You made a full football movie turned around. Questionable officiating throughout the day. First half, not bad at all. Not bad at all, in my opinion. Second half, specifically third quarter, interesting, I would say. The main one people will talk about is 2nd and 24. Is that a face mask? Is it not? He didn't grab the face mask. He did not grab the face mask. The face mask is here. Anything, it's the back part or whatever. And even then, I don't think he ripped it off. And most importantly, the ref did not call it until he walked over to get the ball, and the helmet is off right next to the guy. He didn't see anything happen. You can't see anything happen. You just looked down, saw the helmet off, and assumed this must have been ripped off from a face mask, throw the penalty up. He didn't call it immediately. He did not. He walked over, then assessed it. That's not how a referee should be done. That's not how, it was not a live call. It was just based off an assumption. And that assumption, I believe, was wrong. It's my opinion. Again, biased, but again, a lot of people agreed, even some Georgia fans agreed, that the refereeing was in their favor. Heavily today. There we go. Third time's a charm. And another one that, the fifth one, I should say, 24-17. It was like 3rd and 2. They tried to just jump off sides. We didn't. I think the center thought that we jumped off sides. So he hiked it. And then, let me get the ball back. Beck throws it, and somehow the ball just lands right here. I mean, Jerron McCoy is playing perfect press coverage, and the ball just lands in the guy's hand. Great throw. But what something was talked about was that Beck, by Kirk, was that Beck, while the snap was going on, is stepping back before it. He got off balance. You know what you should be called for that? A false start. Guess what wasn't called? Not the false start. It was not called. And that officiating guy on ABC was meat riding like crazy for Georgia. He was doing flips. It was like a circus. He was going on it hard. But neither here or there. Neither here or there. And also talking about like, oh, I wish I got these Big Ten refs down here because it's cold. Because they're complaining about the cold. It's the South, buddy. We don't get this. Like whenever it's cold, and once it drops under 60, we get jackets out, buddy. That's how things work. We're used to humidity, 80% humidity. We have the North deal with that for a change. 80% humidity, deal with that. We can, and do not complain whenever it comes over 50 and we're wearing double layer jackets. Do not complain. You deal with humidity, we will deal with some cold, and we'll see who can handle it the best. I bet we can. Anyways, off topic. Again, I did not like how that ref dude on the TV was discussing stuff. Dylan Sampson, I don't think we had a run play that was past the tackles that was by a running back the entire day, which I was not mad about because we were moving. Offensive line overall not bad. It just got worse. Kind of on and on. And we had no big shot plays. We had one deep to Thornton, which was kind of just forced. I was like, let's just try it out and see what happens. But long drives that did not equal points consistently. And we had opportunities, but this wasn't a quick offense. We ran quick plays, but it wasn't moving the ball down the field fast. It was kind of strange how that worked. And another thing I was going to ask. Kirk Herbstreit made a mention of this, and I thought the same thing too. Moy is one of the players on team number 51. Starting it's 2nd and 7, and they're going to substitute, right? And Georgia already substituted before. And Tennessee's going to substitute, and they're going to do the thing that is slow count. They do the slow walk off the field. It's a slow jog. So we're trying to get the other team to get a timeout. The ref, Moy is walking off this way. The ref is right here. See, he's going that way. Ref's down here. And then he decides to just walk back. And so like, okay, we can play now. This guy's not even at the white line. He's nowhere close. And you have seen for multiple years people do that strategy of, okay, we're going to take our time now. We're going to take our time now. I don't think there's a rule talking about the 3 seconds for the Holly Rose discussing that what the rest were saying. I don't think that was a rule. Kirk Herbstreit also questioned. I've never seen that before. Just stuff a little bit in their favor. But again, overall, we cause our own faults. Our defense did not show up great today. It was disappointing. Our offense, Nico, is a true warrior. I respect him. We all fought to the best of our abilities. Offensively, some things just didn't work. It's a tough environment to play in. And the breaks that I thought could go our way didn't go our way. And Beck played a gooder game. Beck played his best game probably since, I don't even know when, probably the best game of the year. He just made really, really good plays. Thought might have been some holds up front, but again, we cannot get in at all. Good job for their offensive line. And yeah, that's kind of how I just feel about everything right now. Not awful. We still have a chance to make the playoff. And if anyone's questioning that, first of all, we're putting the 12 best teams into the playoff. Because that showed last year whenever Florida State didn't make it. So let's ignore the fact that some of these teams have undefeated records that haven't played anyone outside of some in-and-out workers and McDonald's fryers. Those are the best talents that some of these teams have that are the best on their resume, like in Indiana or a Penn State. They played a team called the Boilermakers. They're 1-8. They're 1-9 now. And they didn't look crazily impressive. I mean, they did their job. Oregon won by 3 against Wisconsin. Bama beat them by 30. I can't judge the Big Ten the same way I can judge the SEC. I really can't. Because there's a reason why it means more down here. It really does. I can't judge Texas the same way right now. I can judge other teams. I think Bama should be higher rated than Texas, in my opinion. Texas has not beat a ranked team at all that is currently ranked. Bama has at least 3 now because LSU lost 4 heading into the day. Like, that's not, and the one loss they have against a ranked team is at Tennessee, which is the toughest place to play at in all college football. And the other loss they had is against Vandy. I do believe in college football there is a time that, depending on how the game plays out, you have a mulligan of some sort. Sometimes a mulligan has you in a loss, sometimes has you in a win. But if we're discussing the best team, name me 10 other teams that could play this well against Georgia in their circumstance tonight. Indiana would lose by 30. Penn State would lose by 30. BYU would lose by 30. They're barely beating Kansas right now, and they barely beat Utah. So let's discuss that. I mean that happened. I don't just see Miami wouldn't have a chance. Cam Ward would fold in this situation. They couldn't stop anything. Miami's defense could not. So that's just my opinion. I guess that's just my opinion. But I really just don't think any other team. I mean, I don't think there's 5 teams that could compete the same way we did tonight with them. And I believe we can do this against anyone else. If we're discussing the top 12 best teams making the playoff, we're in it. We're better than Notre Dame, was whoever they played. Look at Navy. You're like, oh, they had a good win against Navy. They just lost by 35 to Tulane. They got shut out. Like, this stuff's not, it doesn't add up. Notre Dame is getting really saved by how well A&M's win looks now, and that Marshall Reed was not playing at the time. Getting really saved by that, which, hey, good for them. But again, if Bama wins the SEC, that looks really good for us. So, like, yeah, I will never root for Bama to win anything in my life. But if it happens to happen, I'm not going to complain. I will not complain if Bama goes out and wins the SEC championship. Because that makes us look a lot better. It really does. And I would love Texas to lose. Because we'd be higher ranked than them. I think we should be higher rated than Ole Miss. We lost Arkansas at Arkansas. You lost to Kentucky at home. That's worse. That is just objectively worse. Their other losses at LSU. Our other losses at Georgia. You beat Georgia, we beat Bama. Bama beat Georgia. What does that say? What does that say like? And that just shows that we're a little bit higher. Is it by a ton? No, but we're a little bit higher just based off that. And also we have a better defense. I know, again, what happened last week might show something contradicting to that. But again, that was in the rain, and Carson Beck was not going at all. And also, Ole Miss has a lot more struggles this year defensively than we've had. This is the first time this year we allowed a team to get over 20 points offensively. They let Kentucky do that, and it wasn't that hard. They let Brock Vandagriff look like somewhat of a mobile quarterback. So, that says something. But yeah, that's how I feel right now. Good job, Georgia. And yeah, I lose $2 because of a bet. Stuff's not really gone well this weekend for sports. My high school is out the playoff. Mike Tyson lost, and I don't think that was staged. He's just 58 boxing. No upsets really happened today. Florida won, which I'm not really happy about, but it's kind of nice seeing Brian Kelly suffer. And Tennessee lost, duh. And then we have Stipe versus Jones tonight. So hopefully that happens and Stipe wins, because John Jones will probably would retire rather than fight Tom Aspinall. Anyways, hope you have a great day, y'all. Stay safe. Remember, keep God number one and support your favorite team. Be loyal no matter what. I will always rep the orange and white no matter what happens. And you better rep your team no matter what. No one likes a bandwagoner. It shows in life. You're the ones that type of cheat on people in anything. Life, you scam and you end up in jail and you end up dying alone because you didn't stay loyal. Starts now. Stay loyal. God loves y'all.